The Knicks fans brought this upon themselves. They got
Hey, it's
so
not their
hyped.
fault Tom is being a bad coach.
Listen, I'm not talking about that. First game of the season. Granted, I know it was that one side talk episode where they got on their high horse. They were super hyped. They were super excited about beating Boston in, what was it, double OT?
Yeah.
It was one game. And you had Knicks fans who were out in the streets basically claiming that they're back. I mean, granted, they'd been back since last year. They went to the playoffs and got absolutely smoked by Trae Young. And I imagine Knicks fans are still a little bit butthurt about how bad Trae gave it to him that entire series. That, Kevin, I remember we both picked the Knicks to win that series. And the Hawks got rid of them in 5.
Pick the Knicks in 5.
And the Hawks did it in 5. And Trae Young, ice cold, baby. It was ice cold. And ever since then, I don't know if the Knicks have ever gotten over that. I don't know. It seems like this team, I feel like their confidence has been shattered to a certain extent. Now, granted, I do think that Tom is probably the biggest factor in that, specifically Tom Thibodeau. But really the one thing that I've noticed is that just the chemistry between the players this year, it's been off. Julius is not the same player from last year. And, they brought Kemba into the fold. And, Kemba, when he's played, has provided a spark. But, I mean, the expectation that I think Knicks fans had when Kemba was coming back home to New York was that this was going to be a huge piece for a team that was looking to try to rectify last year's embarrassment in the first round of the playoffs last year. And in fact, the team has taken not just one step back, it's probably taken several steps back. Because, I mean, this time last year, the Knicks were the talk of the town. The Knicks were a top 5 team in the East. Stephen A. Smith was giddy as fuck, saying, oh my God, it's like the Knicks are worth watching now. And then you have freaking Stephen A. Smith go on ESPN or ABC, whatever the hell it is, and basically say, like he's always been saying about the Knicks, is that they're a disgrace. Now, I don't think they're as bad as
that was a funny breakdown he had, whether that was yesterday or this morning, I think it was.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
It was hysterical. But it's like, that's what the Knicks do to you. That's what the Knicks do to their fans. They make them go through all this turmoil. And even despite that, these Knicks fans, man, they get rowdy. I give them credit. They come firing. That's probably just the New York spirit coming out of them. But they kind of give me the vibe that Cowboys fans have. When the Cowboys, they get high and they get giddy whenever the team's doing good. Bro, going to Super Bowl, baby. This is our year. We gonna make it happen. And then look what happens. Cowboys get bounced out of the first round from the 49ers. And in this year with the Knicks, let's be honest, Kev. They making the playoffs?
I don't know, man.
Hey,
unless
bro,
they find a way to turn it around.
I'm just saying, like, I was hoping that the Knicks would be a good team. We both projected them to be a good team this year. But if they didn't, listen, I criticize the team to a larger extent. That's another story for another day. Like, we could do a whole segment about, why the Knicks have looked the way that they have this year. We can get to that point if they miss the playoffs later this year. But I will never get as much enjoyment out of a segment like that compared to what I have for the Knicks fans who get hyped as hell, who are ready to go, ready to ride or die for their team. And then when they lose, bro, it's crickets. Where you at? I don't hear y'all. I mean, y'all letting Cam Thomas give it to you like that in the second half against the Nets? Y'all really letting Cam Thomas come off the bench, look like Kobe Bryant out there, and do you dirty like that on the home court in the Garden? Y'all down bad, bro. Y'all down bad. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel, because you guys talk so much shit for a subpar team. I find it comical, bro. I find this shit hysterical. And when y'all don't make the playoffs this year, man, I'll be smoking that New York pack all day.
No.
Riding
the court right there. That's it.
Riding the L train, bro. Riding the L train. It's over.
Yo,